Well, a very interesting, a very in-depth and an analytical note coming in from Chriswoods of Jefferies in his latest Greed and Fear note. Chriswoods discusses so many things that have been on investors' mind, including his own mind. He also talks about issues such as the origin of the coronavirus, and also how exactly he's been surprised by the lack of attention paid to the origin of the coronavirus, and he believes that this particular topic has the potential to actually spark a deterioration as far as the US-China ties are concerned. So Chriswoods, in fact, in this particular note, speaks in depth, number one, about how exactly he believes that there could be renewed talk and anticipation of this renewed talk leading to a deterioration as far as US-China relationships are concerned. He speaks about the US dollar. He speaks about how exactly investors have changed their positioning, especially when it comes to their short dollar positions. He speaks about treasury and his expectations over there. He speaks about commodity inflation. He does believe that there could be a further sell-off in treasuries. So Chriswoods, in this particular note, in fact says that the anticipation of the unlock trade is something that has played out quite significantly, while he continues to stay long-term, sticking to his original position of the long recovery stocks or the long cyclical good stocks. At this point of time, he continues to maintain a little bit of caution due to some of the issues that have been mentioned. Now, what Chriswoods is saying, number one, he's saying that the year began with everybody being quite bearish, especially when it came to the short dollar position, and the consensus trade was a short dollar position. However, by the beginning of this particular quarter, the consensus has started to question this particular assessment, and he is saying the successful vaccination effort and the anticipation of a cyclical recovery is something that has shifted sentiment quite significantly towards, once again, the dollar being quite strong. And in fact, he says that noticeably there has been a sharp decline when it comes to the short dollar positions. Now, however, greed and fear continues to remain long-term bearish, especially when it comes to the US dollar. Now, what he is saying that greed and fear does not expect the US Federal Reserve to be able to exit the extremely unorthodox monetary policies that they have been following for quite some time now. He believes that any talk of that is something that would continue to spark fears and worries. He's saying that greed and fear believes that doves at the Fed will want to do a significant yield curve control, and in fact he ends by saying that he does expect another sell-off when it comes to the US Treasuries market.